So eventually, I ran out of money. And so I had to do the thing nobody wants to do. I had to call my mom and be like, Mom, I know I'm an adult, but I don't have any money. Do you mind if I come stay at home till I get back on my feet? She said, sure. She had a mobile home in Clayton, North Carolina. I went.
And I grabbed my infant son and I ran downstairs, and there was a man doing his paper recycling route like he did every Wednesday.
I ran to her room, so happy to tell her I'd done it, moving through space almost normally to all eyes.
I called when I ran for president. I welcomed you to the White House as a partner. I came to your convention in my first term and my second, along with Michelle. And so it is fitting that my final major address to our nation's veterans as president is here at the DAV.
I ran towards her voice coming from our bathroom, and I screamed back.
In the real life, I never saw my father after I ran away. In the movie, they keep having him come back to Christopher Walken, and the film was nominated for the Academy Award for that role as my father.
Supervised, and so I ran off with my friend. We got the milk, and I can remember there was a nickel change. And when I got home, I gave my mother the milk, but I did not give her the nickel. And of course I got in trouble. What I walked away with was my love of money is shameful, that there's something wrong with my desire to hang on to this nickel that is not okay. And so as an adult, what is interesting is I've always been good at managing the money, making money, but my love of money, my desire as an entrepreneur to be profitable, actually I had to work through some of that.
As recently as January, I ran into a couple of Home Depot stores, and they both had a solid selection. Although, I'll be honest, I got inklings of trouble since I couldn't find a ceiling fan bulb.
I ran a 6:45 mile, and my heart almost exploded out of my chest. I can't emphasize this enough.
Wide rims, I ran them super soft, so even though covered in luggage, I'm still running about 55 PSI in there.
And I went in the dressing room and I prepared for the match. As I ran out there on the pitch in Portlaoise, I would say to this day, it was the most satisfying 6.
When the lunch bell rang, I ran to my locker and hit my first snag. Kyle noticed me taking things out of my...
Well, this is going to be the part of the video where I ran on the treadmill, but the treadmill's just broken. So, I think the misconception is that people...
I ran to the library to figure out what an herbarium was.
And I was so angry and so shocked that I ran upstairs, started packing my suitcase.
Conceptions about cochlear implants. And 4 years ago.
4 sports, obviously football, but I played basketball, I ran track.
And basketball was your first dream?
Fairies had written to me. So I ran into my dad's room and I said, Daddy, you will never guess what. And he was thinking, oh dear, she's going to find out that it's me. But no, I said, the fairies have been using...
I knew what I had to do. I ran in my little tartan.
I ran out of time. And the last one in